Welcome to the driver's line. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Nicole. And if you like car reviews, news, and dogs like the ones you see in the back seat here, then go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe. Now let's see what this Kia can do. Wow.
Alright, so welcome to the Kia Carnival Hybrid. You might notice something a little bit different about this video compared to other ones, and it's because unfortunately Greg doesn't see the light and beauty that is the minivan. So joining me is my wife Nicole, and you might recognize her from our Partner Perspectives video on the Maserati a while ago. But we decided it might be a good idea, since we have a minivan with us, to kind of put it through its paces. So one of those things is, minivans are great at road trips. So we decided to pack up the boys and pop them in the minivan and head over to the mill. What is it? What's it called?
The depot at the mill in Concord.
Yes, in Concord, North Carolina. So this is a really cool place. There's a bunch of stuff you can do there. There's the antique mall. There is places you can get food. There's an old car place you can
the auto barn.
Auto barn, yeah. So you can check out all these old cars. You can buy some of them apparently too.
You can go to Cabarrus Brewing.
Yes.
That's also, and get some food and some good beer there.
Yeah. So, and hopefully maybe we can put the size of this van to use. Maybe Nicole could find something for one of her shows, right, that you're directing. All right, so starting off as we always do, talking about the exterior. This particular vehicle has been refreshed for 2025. So up front and out back, you will see different lighting treatments for the Kia Carnival. And that's really kind of twofold. It's meant to bring it in line with the other Kia models, but also to really accentuate the fact that Kia does not want you to talk about this car as a minivan. They want to stress the fact that it looks like a all-purpose vehicle, multi-purpose vehicle, almost really SUV-like in its presence. So you can see that in its squared off lines, as well as the really beefy front end treatment and rear end treatment. It really looks like an SUV. What do you think about the styling of it?
I agree. I think that, obviously it is a minivan, but I do think it has more of a look of an SUV. I drove a Kia Soul for many, many years, and the shape of it kind of reminds me of that. Like if you took my Kia Soul and just stretched it out a little bit, and sort of makes me a little nostalgic for my Kia Soul. So I like it. I like the way it looks.
Yeah, I think they did a great job with the styling as well. The one thing I do wish they would have done, I love the idea of going with it more like beefy SUV look, but the rails for the sliding door, they're kind of exposed. So I think, to most people it might not bother them, but I know that if you hid those rails right below the window in the back, it would kind of make it look more SUV-like and less like a minivan. I think that'll be an easy fix down the road.
Sure.
Anyway, going from the exterior into the interior, this particular model is a prestige tester, which means we are loaded to the gills in features here. So with the prestige hybrid model, you're going to get full leather seating on the inside, and this one's finished out in a navy blue and gray white interior, which I think really pops. I think it looks great. It's almost kind of nautical themed, kind of.
Yes. I love navy blue.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the white leather is going to hold up with a family per se. I think they probably want to pick something a little darker.
Sure. I just have dogs, so who knows? And they don't really go in the mud much. They are, let's just say, they're indoor dogs.
They are indeed. There's a ton of space in this particular vehicle as well, but like all vans, right, to use a great utilization of space, which is great for families. And helping out with that comfort and space is the fact that Kia offers two different seating packages with the Carnival. So the particular one that we're in right now is a 2 bench seat option. So it has 8 seats total, 3 in the back, of course. But in this middle option, you have 3 individual seats that you can rearrange how you like. So you can take out all 3 of them if you want. You can leave 1 in there. And what's really cool about this setup is this middle seat can actually move back and forth along with the other seats, so you can pull them closer to you if you need to do something.
Hi, boys.
Yeah. What do you think about the interior?
I really like it. I'm very comfortable. If you spend as much time as I do on road trips being a passenger princess, you will love it, or a passenger prince, or all the many things in between. There's lots of room for activities around your feet if you need to bring your crochet or your books or your iPad or whatever else you do to entertain yourself. There's definitely room for a small cooler if you are handing out sodas or waters on the trip. And yeah, I think it's a really comfortable setup, lots of space. I could very easily go on longer than just a 1-hour road trip in this car.
And if you don't have a family and you take long road trips, another option that Kia offers in terms of seating are really fancy executive level second row captain's chairs that recline almost like you're in business class. So that's supposed to be really comfortable and nice. But you know, if you're using that third row, it might get in the way of doing that. One thing that's kind of gets dinged on this particular model is the fact that, you know, if you're carrying a handbag with you, there's not really a place like underneath here to store it or up front. Like, do you think that would be a problem?
I don't really think so. There's like I said, there's plenty of space around my feet where I could put it. I think if I had the executive bucket seats back there, then the space between them would be a fine place, or just directly behind the center console, even with the bench seating. It doesn't really bother me.
In terms of technology, the Carnival has a suite of safety features available for it. So I do have a heads-up display right now showing me the speed limit, showing me my current speed, as well as all the safety driver enhancements that are available. So the Carnival can drive essentially itself almost on the highway. Obviously it's not full self-driving, but it's able to lane keep, it's able to adaptive cruise, and it assists you in terms of changing lanes if you want to as well. So while it's not a complete self-driving car at all, it does make those long road trips a lot easier on you, especially in that stop-and-go traffic on, you know, I-95 heading down to Disney World, right? Yeah. And then once you get into the parking lot, there's also a ton of cameras and safety equipment to let you know, hey, you're getting too close in the front, too close in the back, and maybe once you've pulled into the spot, you can use the camera access. That's going to be right here. It's located right on the panel, which I really love. Or as you're kind of pulling in, it's going to pull up those things for you to show you overhead in that 360 view what it looks like.
I really like the overhead view. I think that that's a neat feature, and I think it makes it a lot easier to park and to make sure that you're not going to hit anything.
It's a plus.
It's a plus.
We also really love the passenger view option on this model.
Yes. By
clicking a button up front here, and you can actually program it to one of your favorites. Instead of digging through the menu, you can open up a camera that's linked at the top of the roof here, and you can look at all your passengers in the back to make sure that everything is going well back there. And if you feel like you need to yell at them, there's also a passenger talk option that lets you broadcast your voice out to those passengers, because sometimes it's kind of hard to hear you, right, all the way from back row. So.
Sure.
All right, and up next is performance. Now, this is obviously Greg's favorite topic, right? Power. Coming in this particular model, in the hybrid, you have a little over 240 horsepower and 271 pound-feet of torque, which is pretty typical for a minivan, but...
Typical.
But since it's in a hybrid model, this gets great fuel economy. So 34 city, 31 highway, 33 combined, and in our testing, it's been pretty bang on there. So do you think it's been... lack of power in the passenger seat there?
No.
You just care about power.
I genuinely couldn't care less, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's typical for most minivan buyers, right? I don't think anyone's taking their minivan to the drag strip. Yeah. And the fact that, it can get out of its own way, you don't have to worry about passing anyone on the highway at all. And while doing that, you get great fuel economy. I think that's a win-win for any buyer in this market.
Yeah, I definitely had a lot to say negative about that ugly car that you made me talk about last time. Whereas with this one, because it was just trying too hard. This one is trying just the right amount. It is. There are bells and whistles where there need to be bells and whistles, and it looks really sharp and clean. And maybe if you have children, it doesn't stay that way. But I don't think it really matters, because you're going to be comfortable in it going wherever it is that you need to go.
Yeah, I think that's a great summary of it.
Thank
it does
you.
Exactly what it needs to do.
Thank you.
Right,
I'm a professional. Yeah. I do this all the time.
So that brings us to our kind of wrap up of this Kia Carnival Hybrid. And this is what I love about minivans, is you have all this space if you need to carry stuff. You have space for people if you're trying to bring a bunch of people with you on road trips. It's comfortable, it's luxurious, it has enough power to get out of its own way, it's fuel efficient. I mean, what more could you want for a family hauler, right? And all this for the fully loaded model is about $55,000, but obviously there's lower priced models if you don't want necessarily all the bells and whistles. But I mean, honestly, in the market, that's really not bad considering all that you're getting with a van. Or maybe it's not a van, we shouldn't call it a van. I don't think he wants us to do that.
It's a van. It's a very nice van. It's a cool mom van.
It's a cool mom van!
Yeah, not a soccer mom van, a cool mom van.
Well, on that fantastic revelation, it's time to end. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us on The Driver's Line. Hit that like button and subscribe for more car reviews, specials, and podcasts.
A special shout out to our partner Prestige Auto and North American Vehicle Services for fleet management, keeping us fueled up and on the road, enabling us to keep bringing great content to you. So, Kia has an 8-row seating option, which this particular tester has. So you have
not 8 rows. That's a lot of rows.
Oh. Okay. All right.
I give my perspective as a partner frequently.
Natural. That's true.
Yeah. I have a lot to say.